Everyone, this is Deb Tim, a Canadian girl, and this is just a look at the work I've done in preparation for my big move. So I cleaned my 60 lawn, and you'll have a look at how it's looking, and I've been running it just a little over 24 hours before my fish would be moving in, and it's ready, so please stay tuned. So here we are again at Mo, my own earthworms. Now, every couple days I have to come downstairs and wet my worms. The jug of water I'm using is full of tannins from the stump soak. I splash some over my worms. I want them to have enough moisture without soaking. I just moved my stump into this garbage pail and added some fresh water the other day. I alternate cans every couple weeks. The stump is taking on water nicely and is no longer floating. When I switch cans, I use the old water for watering my plants and keeping my worms moist. I moved my fern down here as well because my cats love to play in it, and as you can see, it's looking pretty scraggly. It's from out at my pond and usually looks pretty nasty by spring, but once it's out by the pond, it comes back nicely. Here is my 60 lawn that I cleaned up to house the African cichlids that I will not be keeping. I had this aquarium set up with African cichlids for a while, and then I used it to home my pond fish for the winter. I have 2 HOB filters running with used media, and I hooked up my FX4 to season the water for the fish that I will be rehoming. 2 Eheim heaters are working very hard to bring the tank up to temp. I may do something with this tank in the spring, but right now I have enough on my plate that I'm not even going to consider more. Before I use this tank, it does need some work. It has lots of scratches that I really like to buff out. But it's always a blessing to have an extra tank. The rest of this basement is just used for storing my supplies for fish keeping. I have my bins of rocks and my extra HOB filters and my pond filter and my pot for boiling my wood and all this nice stuff, but I can't complain because I do have a place to store it. The only thing that would make it better would be some nice shelving so I could have it a little more organized. So until next time, this is Deb Tim signing out. Thank you so much for watching. The next video, I promise, will be more exciting. So please stay tuned, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.